Black magic. You got to know, got to show. It's time to roll. So just tell me what you want to hear. Tell me what you want. So just tell me what you want to hear.
Welcome back to another edition of RatG TV. It's your boy Zeus here with you, with the one and only Wellandwingnut. How you doing, Steve?
I was just taking that last part of the song literally. It's time to roll.
Yeah, that's the last thing we need is getting shut off again for smoking online. Welcome back to another edition. How was your week, buddy? What have you been up to?
Not much. I actually had a week off. We worked ourselves out of winter work.
Nice.
So boss told us a week or two shut down and back at her. So enjoy a little vacation time.
Congratulations. Hello, Will. Good to see you. He says, hi, boys. Nathan Cochran says, hello from Tulsa, Oklahoma. Nate, thank you so much for the pictures from Tulsa, Oklahoma, showing me the black stock market. Some good stuff there, some great video, and we will share it on the page in a little while. Also, I didn't get a chance to put them up here. So Nate has another baby goat, and he wants us to wants our help naming it. So we went to the fans on RatG TV, Ryan's All Things Geek page, and we posted up there, and we wanted to keep it in the line of vampires to keep with the lineage of this particular sheep. I guess because the first two were named, first one's Anne Rice, and the other one, I forget its name offhand. I want to say Selena. But yeah, so we've got a lot of good suggestions, if you will. I didn't realize how many female powerful vampires there were throughout the fiction, the history of vampires that we've seen. And we got some really good names. So you and I were going to choose one. I don't know if we'll get one tonight. We might get to it, put it on tomorrow. I did want to have it here for tonight, but it's been just such a really busy month, honestly. Yeah, we will get to it. We say, hi, Zeus, RatG, hope you're well. I have a question if I may. Yeah, go ahead, TJ. What's up, TJ Yannix? And there's, of course, a time delay. So we got to wait for him to see that and then come back to us. But yeah, put your questions up here and we will answer them as we will and can. Also, folks, we are talking because Steve's 5-second movie review this week is on the one and only Eddie Murphy's Coming to America. So welcome back to Jamunda.
30 years later.
30 years later. Oh, okay. Here's a good question. Now, I don't know. I honestly haven't heard about the recent findings on Hawking's radiation. Or maybe I have and just didn't realize it. I listen to a lot of Neil deGrasse Tyson as I'm driving. I listen to his podcast, and I listen to anytime I can find Michio Kaku on a podcast, I'll listen to him as well. Usually when I say that, Steve says Gesundheit. But I'm not too sure about what were the new findings on Hawking's radiation. If you can at least sum it up real quick, that'd be great. I know that there is some interesting shit that came out with string theory, though, with how they're saying that all particles are all connected. Obviously, that's the whole basis of string theory. But they were saying that basically black holes, we might be kind of misreading them, and they're almost like the head of a hammer, if you will. So that round disc that we see is actually the head part of a hammer. That's a long tubular thing that maybe we can survive. I don't know. I'm not positive. Like, I listen to this shit as hobby stuff, and I'm stoned most of the time when I'm hearing it. So put that into consideration.
I have it in my stories this week. I mean, it wasn't really geek related, but talking about this stuff, they actually found a rock older than Earth itself.
Where? No, I didn't.
It was. I guess it was just in some guy's driveway.
A rock that's older than the Earth, found on Earth.
Remember the mission? A while back, they had a mission where they landed on an asteroid to obtain a piece of this thing to try and learn more about the history of the solar system, and because this thing was like older than Earth, and like we spent billions of dollars trying to get to this land on this asteroid, and here's one just lining this guy's driveway.
Sweet. That's awesome. Fuck, dude, that's pretty deep. DJ says it's the radiation emitted from black holes. They proved it's a thing. Yeah, I did see that. Well, I heard it, I should say. It was on Neil deGrasse Tyson's podcast. I forget the scientist he had on. She specializes in black holes. She has a podcast on black holes as well. If you don't listen to Neil deGrasse Tyson, but you're interested in all this stuff, but you think it might be beyond you, trust me, it's beyond me too. But they break it down there, and he's got a comedian on with him all the time, and then they bring on these experts from all these different
He
fields.
knows his audience.
He so does. He so does. He's so cool. We got a badass over here. I was also blown away by the enthusiasm of everyone. Thanks for all the suggestions. I can't wait to find out what names wins out. Nathan, if you could do me a severe favor, buddy, since we're doing the show here, if you wouldn't mind, if you can do both, can you find that post and just go through the names for us? Because I know that there's a couple that I wanted to go with. I know that Queen of the Damned, Astra, I always forget her name, but she was a big one on there. Celine was another good one. So well done, sir. See you later. Not necessarily geeky, but I'm wondering, as subject of Her Majesty, what are your takes on the Harry and Meghan interview? Oh, I wish I had some of my names here.
Did you watch it?
I didn't watch it. I watched bits and pieces of it that everybody else did. Did you watch the whole thing?
My girlfriend's a big fan of The Crown. She follows. She's not a diehard, but she does follow the royal family and they're ongoing. So we watched the whole thing, and I mean, it reminded me a lot of Jim Jeffries' stand-up. He said, things are taken out of context all the time. When you only hear one small part of it and you don't get the overall picture, they're taken out of context. I find out right away people were saying, oh, defending the royal family, saying the royal family's not racist, the queen's not racist. She said the queen was nothing but lovely to her. And when they actually asked to name names, they never named names. Yeah. And I mean, I thought it was pretty obvious that they were definitely referring to the firm or the institution.
Or Prince Charles seemed to be what a lot of people were thinking, because she did speak very highly of the Queen and of Prince Philip. And
I'm sure that the institution and or the firm is the church.
Yeah, could very well be. So I don't know, Nate. It's messed up, and it's dirty laundry, and it's shit that we shouldn't be concerned with. Americans really shouldn't be concerned with it. Canadians, she's still on our money. Like, it's not like we can ignore it. Like, so, and it's still, our army is still considered the Queen's army. So, I mean, it's fucked up. But we really don't, I don't think very many of us pay attention to it in the whole. But when shit like this happens, just like the rest of the world, we pay attention. Not because they're this big institution for us, but they are the original Kim and Kanye. The royal family is the original paparazzi sought after family, So it's just what it is. Everyone knows them. What's that?
I applaud both of them from stepping away and doing their own thing, man. Like, that's great. I totally support that.
Of course you support the ginger. Kidding. So we get a little off topic there, but you know what? It is what it is, and that is pop culture. And that's why we can talk about it, and why it is so kind of ridiculous to think about, because it is something that's covered. It's been covered in geek magazines, comic book magazines, entertainment magazines. It's been covered everywhere. So I mean, it is pop culture, and that's what we do here. So a good question, man. Any thoughts on the new Loki series come out in June? Okay, so good question. I mean, WandaVision just finished up. It was weird not having anything this week. I did watch the hour-long Assemble Disney Plus show that they put out there, which was the entire making and behind the scenes of the entire series of WandaVision. It was really good and really enlightening. I found it funny, though. It was longer than any of the episodes. As for Loki, I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to seeing the female Loki that's been rumored to show up in there. But that's a long ways away. We've got so much coming our way before then. We still have Falcon and Winter Soldier starting next week. We're going to talk a little bit about that in the show here. There's words that have come out from the showrunners talking about that and the villains that'll be in Falcon and the Winter Soldier coming next Friday. I'm excited for this one, honestly. I kind of feel like I'm alone in this, though. I don't find that the rest of the world's as excited about Falcon and Bucky as I am. What about you, buddy?
Yeah, I never saw Winter Soldier, so I can't say I'm excited for it.
Really?
I mean,
that's my all-time favorite. That's my favorite Marvel film. It's the only one that I'll call a film because it's a straight-up spy movie, and Robert Redford's in it playing a Robert Redford role. It's the best movie, and it's got the most acting. It's a spy movie. So if you like spy movies with a hint of superhero stuff, like the superhero stuff is it's Black Widow, it's Falcon, it's all like guys that use their hands and guns.
And that's what I was going to say. Like when it came to the Marvel movies, I basically picked and choose, and I've really only stayed with the superheroes that I'm familiar with, and that's just not one of them.
Yeah. Luke says Winter Soldier is the rogue one of Marvel films. Yeah, man. Oh my God. It's so right. Like, cause it's so good. It doesn't fit in with the rest of them. And this is just for me. But this is a film. I'm not saying this is one of my top 5 films that I have up there with The Last Samurai, but I would say it's on that level. Like, it's not, Last Samurai is way up here, but Winter Soldier is just like right there for me. Like, I really like that movie. Nathan says, did you see the small drip of Young Avengers? No. You're going to have to enlighten me on that. Unless you're just talking about the twins being in WandaVision. And then we've got the Skrulls, and we've got Kate Bishop showing up in the Hawkeye series, which I'm excited for that too, because Hawkeye is such a smart ass, and so is Kate Bishop. So to see those two, I think it's going to be really fun. And I don't really know, excuse me, Haley Stansfield, is that her name? I don't know her from her music, but I've known her she starred in that Bumblebee. It was the only Transformers movie I really liked. She played Gwen Stacy in Into the Spider-Verse. And there was something else I saw her in recently, and she was really good. So I'm excited to see her in this role. I think she's going to be one of those hidden talents that we find later that's going to win some Oscars, honestly. The twins having Young Avengers scripts looking things. Yes, I'm the one that put that I put that meme on our page earlier today. But yeah, I know what you're talking about, Nathan. Very, very cool. So we got lots to talk about this week. We got Jordan James is going to be here on the show later. He's got his, of course, OK Boomer segment. And we're going to be talking about What's that?
We did good last week.
We did. Well, I find I always do good because I'm always hip with the kids and shit. But old man Wingnut there, you're pretty hip. You're pretty hip to be square. My poor kid. We went for a drive today, and I had my phone on just shuffle on my entire library. So, so we're listening to Biggie Smalls. Then next it's Elvis Presley. Then Otis Redding, and then it's Roxette. Yeah, I said Roxette. I have no shame. I don't care. Shut up.
It's funny you mentioned Huey Lewis because that is one of my guilty pleasures from the 80s.
Oh, want a new drug, yo. She was nominated for an Oscar for True Grit. Oh, the remake. I still haven't seen the remake of True Grit.
I just watched it about a month or two ago. I liked it. It was really good.
Well, that's who Haley Stansfield is, the one who's going to be the new Hawkeye. So
yeah, no, she was definitely good in that.
Yeah. So awesome. Good to hear. I'm excited for her. I'm excited to see that. That's another one that I think a lot of people are taking too lightly. Oh, by the way, listen, I'm going to tell you now, get your cell phones ready. If you're not watching on your cell phone right now, get your cell phone ready. Place it on the screen and get ready. Get your camera ready. Ready? Shameless plug. Shameless plug. And you know what? If you miss it, don't worry. You can always go back and watch it later. Just pause right there. Putting it out there. Whatever. Shut up. Watch it for her. He says, watch it for her. It is decent because of her alone. Ty Demmer says, my playlist goes all over the place too, from rap to country to rock and roll. Oh, for sure. But Ty, I think you and Steve would get along really well, though. Although you're more classic rock than Steve is, believe it or not. Well, because Steve, I find you're everything. You are everything. But I find you specialize. If you were to have a specialty, I'd say it's like heavy, like the heavier shit, and the more out there shit. Yeah, and even the more out there shit, though. Even back in the day, like I think you were listening to Anthrax before anybody else was.
Yeah,
like so. But yeah, but Ty's just got a gig. He's on the radio. Ty, give us a shout out. I forget what station you're with though, but listen to him. Ty is like 24 to 26, I think. We went to college together. He's got the Zozo tattoo.
Nice.
Dude knows everything about Zeppelin and all classic rock, honestly. And we know you love metal too, brother. You love it all. Name submissions with more than one entry: Estelle, Ginger, Akasha. That's the Queen of the Damned. Remember Aaliyah? Sookie. And Sookie was from that True Blood show, I think. But sounds too much like Snooki, so she's already out. I'm taking that out. I'm sorry, it's out. Nothing against Sookie, but it sounds too much like Snooki.
Everything against Snooki.
Camilla. Good name. Sounds too much like Camilla Scott, and Camilla Scott was the Canadian ripoff of Ricky Lake. Gone. And Celine, that's Kate Beckinsale. So she's in. She's in. Akasha's in. Ginger. I mean, I was more of a Marianne guy. And again, we're not talking about the actual vampires here, but I'd say Ginger's out as well. So I'm writing these down. That's what we're doing right now, just because we got to have these. So Estelle Getty, easily the greatest grandma of all time, the greatest old lady in sitcoms, maybe. I mean, next to the only other old lady that I can think of that's as iconic is the Where's the Beef lady, and she was just for that only. So, yeah. So Estelle stays.
But Estelle loses points for doing Stop or My Mom Will Shoot. So,
oh, how dare you? How dare you, sir? Estelle, Akasha, and Celine. So those are our final three, folks. You are going to help us determine by the end of the show who gets the goat's name. Who will be, or what will be the name of the new baby goat from Van Nathan? 93.1 the Moose in Timmins, and he's 23 years old. Yeah, dude, you're 23 years old with the soul of an 85-year-old. I did mean that as a compliment. Estelle makes me think of Joey's agent in French. Oh yeah, Estelle, give me a smoke, Joey. That's what we do. Anyways, we are doing a show here. There is kind of like we are. He said, she said, it's coming up later tonight, 10 o'clock. Don't miss that. We might still be doing the news at that point. Just getting to it at that point. Ty says, cheers, and cheers to you, brother. All right. You know what, though? Why don't we just get to that point and just get to the news? Let's just show everybody what's going on in another edition of This Week Geek. All right, so this is it. This is where we round up all the news from the world of pop culture, and we bring it out to you. And we started off every week with bad news. We're kind of the bad news first people. We'd rather finish on a bright note, if you will. And Steve, you are always the bearer of bad news.
So this week, Death had a slow week, but last week we didn't do a show, and I'm pretty sure Death was vacationing in Canada last week. So we're going to double back just for the deaths this week because we lost a couple guys in Canada that were pretty close to, I think, a lot of people. And that's we'll start with Chris Schultz, former CFLer, TSN guy, far too young.
Yeah, sad. Yeah, Argo, Burlington native as well. Which and he was young. What was he?
54, I believe.
Yeah, I think you're right there. 54 years old, and that's just far, far too young. And just one of those energetic guys that everyone who ever talked about him in the CFL just mentioned how great of a guy he was, and just that guy that everyone could count on, if you will.
And then the big one, Canada lost their hockey dad, the great ones.
Walter.
Yeah.
And I don't have the picture for that one either.
No, I didn't send you the pictures for those. But
here's the one of Chris, though. Just for those who didn't know Chris Schultz, as we're talking about, if you're like, who is this guy? Chris, that's a picture of him right there. And yeah, man, so young. And then the same thing with Walter. Sadly, we lost him too. But I'm trying to get the picture for you.
Everybody knows the great one, if you're a hockey fan or not. And if you don't know a lot about Walter, he was just, like I said, I referred to him as Canada's hockey dad because that's
everybody
what
everybody did. Yeah.
But my favorite, a lot of people were social media sites, radio shows were all sharing their Walter Gretzky stories. I met him a long time ago. I was pretty young, so I'm not going to share mine. But the greatest story I heard was he would go to minor league hockey tournaments and watch for the finals. He would show up for the final games and he'd watch them. And he would go into the dressing room of the losing team and talk to them and hand out autographed Wayne Gretzky pictures. And yeah,
really is Canada's hockey dad.
Yeah.
And he used to go to my kids' school, St. Therese in Port Colborne, like once a year. He'd go there and speak to them. I don't know what his connection was with that particular school, but I know he did that across Canada, and especially in Ontario.
The funeral was televised. I did watch a bit of it. I watched Wayne speak about his dad, and he shared a funny story. Him and a bunch of buddies, they were out golfing with him and his dad, a couple old hockey buddies, and Walter had the guys out in the rough and stuff looking for extra golf balls, and they were filling up this big bag. And Gretzky's like, what are you guys doing, man? Like, what's taking you so long? He's like, oh, your dad's got us picking up golf balls. He's like, stop doing that. They're like, why? He's like, because I'm gonna have to autograph all those.
You know what? I think I've heard that story before, and that's so perfect. But that just makes you love Walter that much more, though, right?
Yeah.
Do you think Walter had a bigger heart than Wayne?
I do.
Yeah.
I challenge anybody to find a bigger heart than Walter Gretzky.
I just want to kind of stay on the Canadian train here a little bit. Have you been seeing what's been circulating around lately with the $5 bill having Terry Fox on it? I'm like 100% for this. If there's anyone that deserves to be on our money, what's that?
That was my vote when they were talking about this a while back.
Yeah, I think it's a perfect choice. I don't think there's anyone really better in Canada's history to go with it. Because honestly, he's out of everyone in Canadian lore, like he is the most selfless out of all of our heroes. Like it's not even close. It's not even close. So I'm down with that. I don't know what everybody else thinks. If you're in Canada, drop a line in the comments and let us know. We're also asking you what's your favorite Eddie Murphy movie too. So drop those in the comments. Sorry.
And then this week, we had a couple deaths this week. We lost Lou Otters. People probably don't know who Lou Otters is. Lou Otters was 94 years old, and he was the inventor of the cassette tape.
Lou Otters, eh? And that's this dude?
That's this guy, yeah.
And he made the cassette tapes. So did he invent them specifically with the shape of Bic pens in mind? So just in case the tape came out.
Do you know how many babies that man is responsible for all the mixtapes that were made?
Yeah, true. Man, yeah, I've made a lot of mixtapes in my day.
Yeah. And then our last one, we lost a beloved cartoon character this week. We found out that he will be discontinued, he will be edited out of the new Space Jam movie, and that's Pepe Le Pew.
Yeah. So the sad thing about this, I get it. I totally get where everyone's coming from with this. What I like the approach Disney's taking right now with a lot of this stuff, where they're not removing shit. They're removing it from. So they took like Peter Pan and all that stuff away from Disney Plus for 7 and under. But you can still watch it with a disclaimer at the beginning saying we haven't edited this. This was made from a different time with different views. I think Warner Brothers, as per usual, made a big fucking blunder here, trying to think ahead and get ahead of the curve and try to, hey, what are we going to do to appease the masses? And this is the problem. You and I spoke about this earlier. This is a huge problem I find with everything today. Is we are knee jerking, like when it comes to cancel culture, we're knee jerking after 2 or 3 people complain about one thing that a lot of people love. And some of these people may have points with some of the things they say, but you can still learn from it. Pepe Le Pew in Space Jam 2 was supposed to do his normal thing, come on to a girl and not take no for an answer. And then she sets him straight and be like, yo, that's not cool. And then he learns from it. Guys, you missed out on an opportunity to teach a lesson and still be able to use this character moving forward. I get what happened. The stuff in the back, don't worry about showing that shit. You don't want to show that anymore. Whatever. That's up to you. You know what? Because it's next to impossible to watch it anyways. And the people that are complaining about it haven't watched the shit in fucking 25 years anyway. So what are you guys complaining about, honestly? But still, you missed out on an opportunity to keep the character going as a legacy character who learned from his mistakes. That is, the shining example. Now you can still make him a ladies' man, but he's that different type of ladies' man where he's sensitive and he understands the ladies, or whatever, or still he's sensitive in that, and it's just still something about him. He stinks because he's a skunk.
Now, I'm not a huge fan of, like you said, the knee-jerk reactions, the knee-jerk cancel culture, but I made the argument this week on my Facebook page that if we're going to get rid of Pepe Le Pew, should we not get rid of Miss Piggy?
Yeah, I know, but you know what I don't like about arguments like that, though? They either this or that. Now you're getting rid of somebody else just to prove a point. Another thing that we like from our, like, right. To what point? Then we get, how long before you and I are canceled? And this is free and we're doing this on our own, What I'm saying, like, there's learning and moving advance, and the argument that you said is, to me, is a lot like those people that complain, oh, well, why is Narcolone or whatever the fuck you call it free, but my insulin is this much money? It shouldn't be, why is this free and mine is this? It should just be, why isn't my insulin free? There's no need to fuck anybody else over to prove your point. You could just prove your point without, fucking throwing people under the bus. And I get that because I was that guy too. Like we and I'm sure I still do it at times too. Like fuck, it's just I find we're so divisive on everything now. I'm trying to take the new approach of I'm going to go with boomers on one thing in life now. I'm done talking, at least on social media, like going out of my way to talk about politics and religion and anything else that falls kind of under those fucking, triggering conversations. Because that's the one thing they did have. I think they had right back then. You don't need to talk about politics all the time. I was at a buddy's house the other day, and I begged him. I hadn't seen him in a while, and I'm just like, I just don't want to talk about COVID anymore, because he was just going off about masks, and I'm like, dude, and we agree on a lot of the same stuff, and you're still talking about it. Like, let's just let it go. Let's talk about comic books. There's Superman. You know, there's going to be a black Superman. No, I'm just kidding. We don't know for sure, but it might be. You can ban pretty much any Mel Brooks film. It's ridiculous. It was a different time, but the films are hilarious when you take them from the right perspective. Listen, I love Blazing Saddles. I'm just saying. It's to me, it's a lot. Intent is a lot as well.
Yeah.
You know, it's like when some people say, "Why is it all right for some people to say this and other people not to say it?" A lot of times, it's just your intent on who's saying it. Like, you should never be racist and be hurtful and mean. But I can't tell you how many times playing football or even playing pool at Hot Shots with buddies, and they were throwing racial slurs as we were playing, and they weren't saying it hateful. It was the same thing. Like, I would make fun of them for being French, or not depending where we were, not being able to read. No, I'm kidding. It was Hot Shots. But I'm just saying, yeah, we just got to take it easy a little bit. Let's tell some stories, though.
They can tell you who made the toilet in the washroom, though.
Yeah, they could. Yeah, they could. You know what, though? It got so brazen there, they'd even tell you who made the fucking pool tables. Like, what the felt was made of, because people were just cracking them out right on the table. There's a reason Welland had its reputation. Right on. What else? What do you got for us, buddy? Pepe Le Pew was done.
All right, so moving on from the deaths, Pee Wee Herman, HBO is going to be coming out with a Pee Wee Herman documentary.
I saw this. I had this as a story too. We both had this one on there. Yeah, what are you thinking about this? The story of Paul Rubin.
Yeah, I was a big fan of Pee Wee. I did try and go back and watch them when I think they released them on, was it Netflix or Crave?
I think it was Netflix. This was it though here.
So I did go back and try and watch them and couldn't really get into it.
Yeah.
I stopped after only a couple episodes because I want to keep the memories that I had. I didn't want to just memories of loving that show.
That's fair. I don't know if I was ever a huge Pee Wee Herman fan. Like, I did like it, but a lot of it was just not even over my head.
I was definitely a bigger fan of his. He had a couple roles in Cheech and Chong films, in both of which he's hilarious.
Yeah, exactly. Because he was the coke head in the one, right? Or
right. Then he works at the front desk at the hotel in the one.
Exactly. Yeah, which is crazy. All right. Pee Wee isn't problematic.
You know what? You walk into a theater like that, you got to expect that.
Exactly. Like, he wasn't the only one playing in Pee Wee's Playhouse that night. Like, I'm just saying, come on. If you're going to a porn theater, that's what most people are there doing. Oh, and we got Jordan here joining us already. He can come in for the last half of the news here with us. What's up, Jordan?
Hey, what's up, guys? Actually, I can't hear you. Hold on. Having some audio issues.
Oh, well, I can hear you okay.
No, I can't hear you.
Oh.
It's me. It's on my end. I was just watching you guys on my phone. You guys are going, but it's me.
All right.
Yeah, give me a couple minutes to figure that out.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah, send us a message. Send me a message. Let me get you out of here. All right. Well, we'll keep going. Pee Wee was in WWE once. Yeah, that's true. He was. I think that was ridiculous what he got basically blacklisted for.
Yeah, but he came back.
He definitely did.
He was Blow as Derek for real.
Yeah, that's right.
A couple other roles.
Buffy. He was in Buffy. Yeah, he was one of the vampires there. He's been in lots of stuff too. Now, speaking of that, or speaking of comebacks, this isn't really much of a comeback, but season 3 of Harley Quinn is officially in production. Did you manage getting into this at all or watching any of those?
No, I hadn't had a chance to check this out yet.
Yeah, it is. It's so fucking bizarre. And I mean, violent, like you wouldn't believe, blood, gore, swearing, everything you'd think. And everybody gets dead in this. So it's kind of fun. He played Penguin's dad in Gotham and in Batman Returns. That's right. He did. In Batman Returns, he actually throws baby penguin in the canal. Remember that? Did you watch that one?
I did.
You didn't watch Tim Burton's Batman? Shame. For shame, sir. All right. How's that? You hearing us? Nice. What's up, buddy? We can hear you. Can you hear us?
Yep, I can hear you.
Sweet. All right. Well, here, we're just finishing up the news here. Still got lots of stories here. This is Jordan James, everybody. Jordan James from The Jordan James Show coming up soon. Check it out. We'll be showing you a little bit of a trailer with this. How's it going, brother?
Good, man. Good. Things have been busy. How are you guys doing?
Same, dude. Same. Absolutely same. It's been non-stop, which is good. What we see here, we may be Gen X, etc., but at least we can get our sound working.
Yep. Yeah.
Luke,
I deserve that one.
I deserve that one. Wow. Like that. So you mind sitting in with the rest of for the rest of the news?
Yeah, for sure.
All right, brother. Also, Billy Crudup, who played Barry Allen's father, or Ezra Miller, the Flash's father,
Yep.
says that he will not be back for the Flash sequel. He's done. So this movie feels like it's been cursed. Like it's been canceled, rebooted, and then redone a few times. They thought they're going to lose Ezra Miller because of him choking a fan, and then that turned out not to be real or what. But man, will this movie get made? Because this is supposed to be the one that splinters the universe into the multiverse. So this is the one where we're going to get to see Michael Keaton as Batman, like in the old man Batman, and we're going to see Ben Affleck's Batman in this as well. I mean, if this movie doesn't get made, is this like this is going to be bad for Warner Brothers, right? And it can't get much worse for them. They've been pretty rough. Specking. I thought it was some new lingo. We got Jordan here for that.
Yeah. I've heard that one.
And Michael Keaton is coming back in the Flash movie. Exactly. And I think Michael Keaton is playing Thomas Wayne. Really? I thought they said he was playing Batman. I'm pretty sure they said he was playing Batman and a multi-picture deal. I think he's getting his own like spin-off out of this. And we'll get Batman Beyond as a result, which I'm fucking down for. I know my kid would be too because he was a big fan of that.
Yep. Same.
What do you got, Steve? What else you got for us here?
Moving on here. Big deal got finalized. We've known about this a while back, but it was finalized this week. $7.5 billion is what Microsoft dropped to purchase Bethesda.
Oh my God. And I had that here somewhere and I lost it. Yeah, that's crazy though. Now they're not talking that they're going to get the like sole properties right away, are they? Like they're not going to be taking. They're going to be making their own new ones. They're not going to be taking old Bethesda games that were already cross-platform, right?
That I'm not sure of because I know there has been talk about that about games like Doom, like Fallout as you see there, Elder Scrolls. Yeah, those are just titles.
You play any of those, Jordan?
I mean, I've played Doom before, but I haven't really had the time for video games lately, to be honest.
God, eh? Well, don't worry. Once you get old, that's what you do. You have kids, and then you just like, all right, kids, you go do something. I'm going to go do some homework or do some work in the garage, and it's always just video games.
Go play outside!
Yes, Martha Wayne does become the Joker in Flashpoint, and Thomas does become Batman. But, yeah, I don't think it's that one, though. Could be. What other stories we got here? You got one, Steve? I got a bunch here, but you can go ahead.
Yeah. We now know that the MGM lion will be completely CGI'd. I mean, this one was a no-brainer. I mean, there's no point in continuing to use a real lion for the opening of an MGM movie. Yeah,
I didn't really understand that in the first place, though. Like, why? Like, why?
Yeah.
Just what was the point of even having it?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it seemed there doesn't seem like there's anything positive that could happen out of this. One, you're either abusing the lion to get it to roar every freaking time before every movie,
I always think of the
That's
opening
what
of
they're eating.
right. I always think of the opening of Strange Brew where they're waiting for the lion to roar and it's not roaring. They're like, "Hey, come on, you stupid lion, roar, eh?" And they pan around and there's Bob and he's cranking the tail.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Me too. I think of that all the time. I didn't know that was from that. I totally forgot.
Yeah.
Well, we've all seen the meme where it's like the lion is like strapped down, right? But it's really not. It's like he's getting like a some kind of exam or something, and people make it feel like it's actually the MGM logo, but that's not what happened.
He's getting a prostate exam.
Yeah.
That's rough. That's rough. That's not the way you want to play with any lion or anybody, honestly. I'm not lying. Why don't they just use the same footage of the lion, but I guess modern solutions for modern problems? Exactly.
Yeah.
Ty says, Strange Brew, great movie. Just watched the Foo Bar movies recently. Another Canadian classic. The first one is, the second one was,
Yeah, it was.
what was it called? Foo Bard?
I saw the first one.
Yeah, I think the second was called Foo Bard. But yeah, the first one was funny though. What is? I think we'll do that one day. We should do best Canadian movies because there's been a lot of them out there. What's the Headstones movie where he shoots himself at the end?
Yeah.
They made a part 2 to it too.
Yeah.
Really bad. Oh my god!
A lot of people don't know that.
Hardcore logo.
Hardcore logo. That's it.
Mm.
Yeah, the Jordan Peele movie Get Out, which was a Canadian made movie, it actually just surpassed Porky's. Like when Get Out came out, it surpassed Porky's as the top grossing Canadian made movie of all time.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy. Porky's still making money? That hasn't been Me Too yet. That's well, hey man, that's great. Well, speaking of records, you and I both have this story. The greatest grossing movies of all time has changed again. Endgame no longer holds that title, or was it Infinity War? One of the two no longer holds it. It's gone back to Avatar.
What?
And it's funny that you've seen Walt Disney, or Marvel, I should say, congratulate them on regaining the title. They're both owned by Disney. Doesn't really matter. No matter what Disney wins, Disney's got the highest, the two highest grossing movies of all time in their lineup. Nathan says Porky's is a favorite, but again, problematic. I mean, nowadays, yes.
Yeah.
There's a glory hole scene.
I know that's you, Tommy Turner.
Jordan's face.
Oh my, what?
Dude, it's from like the 1970s. And the guy that was in the movie, wasn't he? He plays like, I want to say he was in West Wing or something like that. Like he was in a political TV show for the longest time, though. And he would play like the right-hand man, which is funny, but so bad. The movie, yeah. I haven't seen it since the 80s. I don't know if it stands up, but I'm sure it's still cringy as fuck.
I actually watched all 3 or 4 of them, however many there was, like about a year or so ago. They came on somewhere, and I watched them all. I had a good laugh. They were funny still.
I want to go through the Meatball movies again. Yeah, see some old.
The opening scene of Meatballs was filmed in Welland, Ontario, in front of the Kmart at the Seaway Mall.
No way.
Chevy Chase, or not Chevy, Bill Murray.
Bill Murray, yeah.
Yeah, Bill Murray, and then
Wow.
it was Patrick Dempsey in the third one.
Right.
I don't remember the second one at all.
I've only seen the first one.
Oh, so good. So good. We talked about it or teased it a little bit earlier. Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Showrunners are saying that none of the villains will have just regular human powers. So everyone's got superpowers, basically, except for Falcon. Falcon's going to be the only one without them. And as you saw here on the poster, up on the top, that's John Walker, the U.S. agent. He will be the new Captain America, basically, the answer to Captain America being gone. So the government creates their own new version with the super soldier. And in the comic books, he's fucked up. He's just one big steroid roid rage all the time. Like, that's just it.
Times.
Yeah, man. What else you got, Steve?
A couple Rob Zombie stories. Friday, the new Rob Zombie album, the Lunar Injection Kool-Aid Escape Conspiracy, came out. And we just found out yesterday that he's going to be directing the new Munsters remake.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. I saw that and have that here somewhere. Oh, there it is. Yeah, man. That's pretty dope. So I guess it's not going to be a comedy. And who does Lou Temple play in it? Who's our buddy Lou going to play in this?
No
right?
way.
Well, Lou Temple's in all Rob Zombie's movies.
Right.
He produced an interview.
Yeah.
I will, y'all, at 10, headed out to dinner. All right, enjoy dinner, Nathan. I will let you know what the name of the sheep is, or the goat is, during He Said, She Said. All right, right on. So as we keep moving on there, yeah, I don't know. I'd be excited to see how that turns out. It's a movie, though, or a TV show?
It's going to be a movie.
All right.
Nice. Okay.
I don't hate that. This was pretty cool. Did you see? I've been watching all the trailers and all the kind of teasers that Zack Snyder's been releasing for the upcoming Snyder Cut. And I honestly haven't been all that impressed. But whatever. We'll see what happens. But this is impressive. This shot of Darkseid and sitting on the throne, and this might be Apocalypse. This could be Earth. He looks badass right there. But it does really remind me of Thanos. I'm not going to lie. It reminds me of Thanos sitting on a fucking stump, just like waiting for Captain America, Iron Man, and Thor to come down and fight. I wish I had the picture of that. I'd show it to you, but that's what that reminds me of there. But yeah, I'm all right with it. What do you like better, the Munsters or the Addams Family? Well, me, I'm Addams Family all the way. Steve?
That's a tough one for me. I think I'd have to go Munsters.
Yeah. See, I should say Munsters because I hosted what's his name's panel, Eddie Munsters. Oh my god, I can't believe I forgot his real name. But yeah, I hosted his panel, but I can't remember his name, so that even tells you. Patrick, that's it. What about you? Have you seen them both, Jordan?
I mean, I would say the Addams Family. Like, I used to be compared to Eddie Munster a lot as a kid.
I see it. I see it.
Get out. Get out. Jordan Peele, get out.
Jordan, dude, for Halloween this year, you so got to dress up.
I'm not doing it, okay?
Dude. So good. Oh, God. That's awesome. Sorry. What did you like better? Monsters of all the items. What?
Is that a typo?
I think that was what he was trying to say the first time when he said this.
Right.
Right. All right. We're good. We already answered that. You got another story there, Steve?
Yeah, this is an interesting story for sports fans. A lot of sports geeks out there. We know that the XFL and the CFL are in talks about a possible merger.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So last year, the XFL came back.
Right.
COVID hit right before the season, before the preseason. They had to cancel. So that was a no-go. Vince McMahon claimed bankruptcy on it. And Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson and his partners at Seven Buck Production swooped in and purchased the XFL. And now they're just talking with the CFL. They've agreed to talk. That's all they're saying. They haven't said what's going to happen. We don't know if we're going to. I hope. I can't see them changing the Canadian game at all. I can see them playing the Grey Cup winner versus the XFL champ each year. And every year. And every year you just change.
There's too many rule variations to tinkering with.
Yeah, and just switch it up every year. One year it's the CFL rules, the next year it's NFL, or you do the best 3 out of 5 or best 2 out of 3. 3 out of 5, you kill somebody. You can't. In football is not one where you could play a best of series. You really can't because people get dead. It's just the way it is. But I found it interesting that the commissioner of the CFL, when talking about Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, he mentioned multiple times in his various press conferences, he's like, The Rock has more social media followers. If you were to combine all his followers together, he'd be the 4th largest country in the world by population.
Whoa.
That is fucked. Like, dude. And he's got a TV show out right now called The Young Rock or whatever, Young Rock, where he's running for president of the United States in like 2031 or whatever it is.
What?
Like he's calling his shot. He's calling his shot. You guys realize this, right? Like,
is that out yet?
Yeah, they're on like episode 3 or 4.
Dang.
Have you been watching it, Steve?
I haven't watched it yet. No. What I have been watching, we didn't get to talk about this last week, but I watched Punky Brewster.
Me too. Did you watch all of it? I'm not done yet.
I think I have maybe 3 episodes left.
Dude, Jordan, when I was a kid, that was my first crush right before Samantha Maselli.
I looked it up. I know that it's an old school show, but like I couldn't get into it. Maybe I have to go back and watch the original first.
Well, I think with us, it's just nostalgia only.
Right.
Really.
Right.
But Punky Brewster was so popular. They had a spin-off cartoon show, which was I still to this day remember the Punky Brewster
sidekick, right?
Yeah, the little alien thing. Yeah, we had a rainbow. It was like it was not a leprechaun, but everything was. It was.
He was like a Care Bear on mushrooms.
What? Oh, okay, that sounds fun.
Yes. And Punky was this ultimate hippie, even as a kid. You know, so it was dope. I like that show. We always had, and you know, I was talking with my cousin Crystal yesterday, her husband and I, and we were just talking. Okay, and folks, I'm sorry. Like, this isn't a political thing or whatever. This is just us talking. We're just talking about how stupid men are, and we were just like, her husband and I were both like, oh my god, like men, we're just dumb. And you look at all the countries in the world that are doing really great are all ran by women, and my cousin just kind of looked at both of us and like, I need to be catching this on tape. And we're like, well, it's not that surprising. He was raised around all women his entire life. He's been with my cousin since they were 15. He had all daughters. I was raised by my mom, my aunts, my cousins, and they were all strong women that all fought and all were like really strong-willed. I'm like, yeah, man, I always knew how to give women respect. I knew where the bread was fucking really buttered. Even your mom, man. Your mom was a tough motherfucker, you know? So, but yeah, I don't know what got me off on that tangent, but yeah. We need more women. Just running shit because we don't know how to. That's why we get married. It's not because it's just we need someone to take care of our stupid asses. Can you smell what The Rock is cooking? It's a run for future presidents.
I'd vote if I was American.
Yeah, I know. Right? Everybody would. It's so stupid.
If Trump can do it, Dwayne can do it.
Ronald Reagan. Ronald Reagan was in a movie.
Yeah.
He acted with a fucking monkey in all his movies. This is my last story here of the night. Benedict Cumberbatch says there's no way he wants to play Admiral Thrawn. It's too bad. I think it would have been good, but I'm all right with it as well. I'm gonna focus on Doctor Strange for now. Get that shit done and go from there.
Yeah, he had said at his age, he has no patience to sit in a makeup chair that long.
Yeah, I don't blame him either. And I don't understand why you can't just CGI that stuff now. Like your production, Jordan, you'd know better than anybody, but I don't know why. Can't you just put the dots on his face and just go like that? And
yeah, totally could.
Yeah, and not have to sit in makeup for fucking 3 hours every day just to get into makeup and then another 3 hours getting out of it.
It's a lot more money. But
yeah. I mean, we're talking about Disney,
right?
They print money.
They practically own the world almost.
Exactly. So yeah, that was my last story. What do you got, Steve?
So I'm just going to rip off my last few here, and you can comment on them. We know Bill Nye is getting a new show. The End is Nigh.
Yes.
Nice.
Patrick from SpongeBob is getting his own spinoff.
What?
What?
Yeah, that's what I meant.
We've already read this week.
What's that?
And she said that, we heard from Sigourney Weaver this week, and she said that Galaxy Quest 2 is coming.
I heard that too. Out without Alan Rickman though, that's tough, man.
And my last story related to my review, Eddie Murphy said that he was forced to cast, I can't even think of his name now, Louis Anderson.
In Coming to America?
He'd wanted to make it an all-black cast, and he said he was his hand was forced by the studio to put Louis Anderson in part 2.
Oh, that kind of makes me not happy with Eddie with that. Why? Like, and I get the first movie wasn't all black, and not only that, you're a black guy playing a white guy in one of the roles, and I have no problem with that because it's something he's always done, and he was playing a character he had already played before. But if you wanted to have no white people in the cast, which is to me seems like I don't know, fucking. The opposite of what you're pushing for here. I get it. In this movie, there should be a lot of African representation because where it takes place in Harlem and in Africa. But there are white people in Harlem. Not that many, but Louis Anderson was one of them.
They all run very fast.
Not fast enough.
Have to.
I'm definitely watching the Patrick Star show.
That's what I'm saying.
When it's out. Yeah. You damn millennials or whatever generation you are. Right on. What else you got, Steve?
But that's it.
That's it. All right. Well, I do have news. Anybody? So you guys all know that I do another show. I do. He Said, She Said, which is coming up later tonight, 10 o'clock. Myself and Jade. We got 4 movies that we're reviewing tonight. I don't know what they are. I have them here. Although I think I did those ones last week, so never mind. Tune in. You'll watch them. It's a good show. And I'm also doing a show, a Warrior recap show based on the HBO show Warrior that's in its 2nd season. Cinemax was the show the channel was originally on. They were like, hey, we're not making any new original content anymore. So us Warrior fans were like, oh, shit, that sucks. But HBO Max picked them up. They haven't done it. They haven't said they're going to do a season 3 yet, but we're hoping. And because of that, I've been doing an after, like it's just a recap show of every episode. And I have this super awesome luck of having next week coming on Rich Ting. Richie Ting. You know Richie Ting, Jordan. This guy's the fucking man. He plays Bolo on this show. He is deadly. He's quite fucking awesome. So you can check that out. It's going to be this Tuesday, 7 p.m. Eastern Time, 4 p.m. Pacific Time. You can watch it on Facebook right here, Ryan's All Things Geek, or you can watch it on YouTube as well. It's going to be such a good time. Richie's awesome. Do you know he was a starting quarterback at Yale? Yeah, man. Yeah, fucking dope. And he plays Bolo, Jean-Claude Van Damme's Bolo Young, and Bruce Lee's Bolo, I should say, is more apt. So that's going to be awesome. And Ty says SpongeBob gets funnier as you get older. Is he gets funnier as you get older or funnier as you get higher?
I mean, both, I would say. SpongeBob SquarePants movie never fails to make me laugh beyond belief. It is amazing. The OG movie, like the first one.
Oh, I'm going to have to check her out. All right. So, Jordan, you're here just in time for Steve's 5-second movie review, which we're getting set to do. Before we do that, I just want to remind everybody that Steve's 5-second movie review is brought to you by the fine folks, as you see up right beside Jordan's name there, DocNet, your choice for home phone and internet all across Canada. Great deals, great prices, and great internet, as you can see. We have no buffering issues here. Let me just tell you, my son's in the other room playing Xbox Live right now while watching YouTube on his phone. I'm on here streaming this. I've got my shit in the background playing, got Night Court reruns playing. So I'm just showing you the streaming here works really great. If you folks are looking for that, and you're not looking to pay those big prices that you're paying from those big time companies, give Tony a call over at DocNet, or go find them, DocNet.ca over there on his. So with that in mind, Steve, you'll be coming at us with your 5-second movie review. And your 5-second movie review is going to be of, well, of course, we're talking about Eddie Murphy movies today. So of course, this is what you're reviewing today. Oh, how did Clanfish get back in there? What? You've been clanfished. Never mind Rickrolled. You've been clanfished.
Clanfished.
Wait, is it clanfish or clan shark?
I have no idea.
It's movie,
regardless.
It was a shark, right? Steve, with these baby sharks? Yeah. That was Steve's story, by the way. Oh, I forgot my last story. And Steve and I both had it, and I'll just say it real quick. Producer at HBO Max says that he already believes that HBO Max is surpassing Disney Plus.
What does he mean by that exactly?
I don't know, but there's no fucking way.
Disney Plus is killing it right now.
Especially after Disney just added the mature content, so now you got all the rated R movies from every property they own, which is Fox and Universal. All this. Oh my god.
OG Family Guy. That's all I've been watching lately, man. Like,
yeah, it's too funny. Oh, I love it. All right. With that in mind, I think it's time, and I don't know where I'll put something here. Can you burn a little, like a couple seconds here for me, Steve, if you don't mind? Because there's something I want to show the people.
Oh yeah.
Whoa. That is definitely not what I wanted to show the people. What is happening here? I'm so afraid right now. You know what? Oh my god. I think it's time for Steve's 5-second.
Oh my god.
Review.
Yes.
Steve.
Who made that? That's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So, Steve, you're reviewing the whole base of our show is the best Eddie Murphy roles. And that's brought upon because of your 5-second movie review this week of Eddie Murphy in Coming to America, starring everybody, as we said, including Louis Anderson, but not quite everybody.
Rick Ross.
No Samuel L.
No Samuel, but they do reference him. You do see a picture of him, so that's in there. Anyways, so this is the way it works. I'm going to put 5 seconds on the board, Steve, and in those 5 seconds, you are going to give us your movie review of Coming to America. Are you ready, sir?
I am ready.
If you are ready, you may begin now.
It's a great movie, a movie to be remembered, a movie full of laughter to soothe your inner canter.
Wow.
He's had 2 weeks to work on this. Well done, sir. Well done. You will now be the new the new court crier, the new court. What is that person that announces everyone and sings?
Was that Aretha?
The last word I rhymed canter with laughter, and I don't even know what canter means, but I couldn't come up with anything. So,
hey man, I love it. I think the fans agree. Ty says,
yes,
on American Idol.
That's a yes for me, Steve.
Yeah, well, you know what? Our buddy Shane Christopher Neal is one of the hosts on the Canadian version, The Spot. So, if you want to pull some strings and maybe get you on there, buddy.
I just got speaking of OK Boomer, I just got a WTF text from everybody in the house from the other rooms.
Oh yeah,
yeah, no doubt.
We all know what that means.
Luke really loved the review. He says, with a review like that, I definitely have to watch it. So, yes,
Me
you
too.
do.
I got to watch the first one first.
Oh, damn. You definitely watch the first one first.
Mm-hmm.
it plays so many jokes off of the first one into the second one. So you
I
have
heard that. Yeah.
definitely watch the first one. We're gonna get into a little bit of the spoilers from it though. Because I mean, we don't have to talk too much about it, I guess. But Steve, like, elaborate a little bit more. What was it so much about this movie? Because you and I both kind of talked about this last week when it came out, and how much we liked it, and what it was about it that we liked.
Yeah. And of course, like you said, there's so many jokes they play into the original. So you definitely have to see the first one. I watched it. I mean, I've seen it a few times over the years, but I watched it right before watching the new one a few days before. So, the nostalgia, like we both agreed that the beginning of it was a little slow, but I mean, it is almost a 2-hour movie, and it did get a lot funnier. It did get a lot better. Definitely stick around for the end credit scene. What is that? Is that velvet?
Right. I forgot about the end credit scene. No, this was it's a fun movie, but it takes a while to get there. And it feels like it trips over itself a few times trying to toe that political correctness line, which I totally get, and I'm glad that they're cognizant of that. But because there were so many offenses in the original movie, like so much shit that would be offensive today, they had to switch some shit up, like the royal bathing was switched up, So instead of it being Eddie Murphy, it was Leslie Jones, right? And I think that was smart on their part. And the movie in a whole, I liked it. I thought it was a good movie. It had a good heart. And that is, I think, the basis. Like we said earlier, intent is everything. In this movie, the intent is to show acceptance of everybody and just to have a good heart and just kind of, get out of our old ways. And it's funny how I find Eddie Murphy's character kind of switches roles with his father's character, right? Where now it's him that's all stuck in the old ways. I need to teach my son, and and we see Arsenio here.
Arsenio Hall's in that?
Arsenio Hall is in all of these, yo. Arsenio is in a bunch of those, and that's his son there, but
they both play multiple characters.
Yeah, this is Arsenio up in the top right. One of the two priests or evangelists there. The other one being Eddie Murphy. Yeah, and they play multiple characters throughout the entire movie. That's just kind of what they do. It's great, man.
Reverend at the end, and of course, Sexual Chocolate made his return.
Yeah, no Eric LaSalle in this movie.
Right. So I did have a couple other Coming to America stories that I was waiting to the review to talk about. The house that most of the shots were taken from was actually Rick Ross's house.
No shit, that's funny. Didn't you just say something about Rick Ross? Jordan?
I knew that Rick Ross was in this movie.
Yeah, he is in this movie.
Yeah.
Quickly. But that makes sense now.
Eddie Murphy said that it took 30 years to make the sequel, and he does have an idea for a third one, but he doesn't want to make it for at least 16 years.
What?
Oh, see, I didn't hear that part, and that's a little messed up.
He said he wants to actually be old this time instead of putting on all that fucking damn makeup.
It's the makeup. Everyone hates the makeup.
Everyone hates the makeup. I mean, you're making millions of dollars. Be happy with it.
Poor Jim Carrey.
Can you do Scraminger by therapy, Steve? I don't know what that means. Do you know what that means?
I'm taking requests.
Yeah. Do you know what that song is?
I don't. Yeah. But I can.
Does Eddie start talking with a respirator and trying to turn his son to the dark side? Yeah, that's what the next movie will be. Yeah, it was a good movie, though. I did really enjoy this one. And that brings us to the whole point of the show. Folks, if you've got a favorite Eddie Murphy role, whatever it may be, let us know in the comments here. Jordan, I'm sure you've got some as well. Before we get to that, though, there's a reason why Mr. Jordan James himself is here. Jordan, tell us a little bit about yourself and tell us about the Jordan James Show.
Yes, sir. Jordan James Show is coming at you hella soon. We already started editing. Actually, I wrapped the last episode last night, so we have 10 episodes currently in the bank at this point. We've talked to entrepreneurs, actors, directors, just a Canadian author I spoke with as well who writes children's books. We've just been all over the map, and we're trying to just kind of find the path to success and what it takes to really get there, and just uncover that path to discovering who you are, right? So that's kind of what it's been all about, and it's been a really good journey, and I've learned a lot, and I think the listeners and the future listeners will be able to learn a lot from that as well.
Nice. And you brought a clip.
Yeah, we got a couple clips. I'm not sure which one you're going to choose, so surprise me.
Oh, all right. Well, I've got the Alexander Gould clip.
Nice. Okay, Alexander Gould. He's my boy from Weeds. This guy he's 26 years old, literally my age, and he's had a ton of success as a youth, and currently he's into coding, and he's kind of just taking a different path, and he's been very successful in what he's doing. He was in Finding Nemo, the voice of Nemo.
Oh, no,
and yeah, man, this guy is super profound, and I'm let's show the clip. Let's see what we got here.
So there's I'm not sure if it's my earliest memory that I have, but it's a very distinct memory. I was on the set of Malcolm in the Middle, and there was a scene. I played the character Egg, who was a friend of Dewey's in one random episode, and there was a scene where I spilled juice all over the floor, and we had to clean it up with soap. And so we had soap all over the floor and all these suds, and it was like a very distinct smelling soap. And it's like a dish soap that I smell often throughout life. I'll be in someone's house and be like, oh, there's that dish soap again. And it always reminds me of that scene. So that's I think I was 5 years old at the time. So that's an early memory of that.
Wow.
That experience. Yeah. I remember always working with Kevin Nealon, who played Doug on the show. And he was just the funniest guy. And one day he was just like, Alexander, come into my trailer, come hang out with me. And he had a banjo with him. He played banjo really well. And I walk into his trailer, and at this time I was 15, 16. So I was aware of what was going on. And Steve Martin was in his trailer with him,
Wow.
just playing banjo. And they were just jamming on banjo. And I just sat in there for probably an hour just listening to them play banjo, which was really, really cool. And then there's one last memory I'll share, because it's just probably one of the coolest people I've met, which was really neat. Was way back when I did Nemo. I was at a event. I don't even know what it was, but we were at the event, and Steve Jobs at the time was very involved with Pixar. And so Steve Jobs came up and shook my hand. I was with my parents, and I remember my dad was like, oh my God, I'm meeting Steve Jobs. And
dude,
Man,
that's fucking intense. Steve Martin, Steve Jobs,
right?
He almost hit he meets the Wellandwingnut. He'll hit the Steve jackpot. The
three Steves.
Three Steves. He'll complete the set.
Yeah. That was my first interview for the show.
They're all here.
What's that?
I said you can't say my name 3 times or else I appear.
Yeah.
And Beetlejuice.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
And Bloody Mary put together.
Oh,
Actually, Steve's actually the love child of both. It makes sense. Now, Jordan, the reason why we bring you on each week is you're here to test out our hipness and how good Steve and I are at deciphering the younger use linguistics of these days.
Last week we killed it.
Yeah, last week we killed it.
Yeah, I would say, yeah.
I think that's what we do now. I think we're very hip. I'm lit. I know I'm litty. Let's yeet to these. Let's yeet out of this segment and get right into.
Yeah, yeet's good.
Let's yeet right into. Okay,
Hold up.
Okay,
I got
boomer.
my boomer. Jesus. So you're gonna give us a line. We have to try to decipher what the heck it means, and let's go start off with the first one here, Jordan, if you will.
Yes, sir. So did you hear that track? Y'all sleeping on it.
This one's pretty easy, I think.
Yeah, we're gonna start easy for you
This
boys.
one's pretty easy. It's like, did you hear that song? No. How do you not know this song? You guys missed out because this song is fire.
Okay, yeah, there you go. Wow, taking it a step further. Yeah.
That's what I do. I told you I'm hip.
Yeah, no, you got it right on the head, bro. Like, did you hear that new song? You all aren't giving it the right amount of attention.
Point Zeus. Just saying.
Yes, sir.
Zeus is known for his wisdom. Let's just remember, all right?
Yes, sir. Holy.
All right, up next.
All right. We got I got that loud pack in the bando. This is kind of I would say this is our Toronto edition.
Ooh, I know this. I know part of this only because we're in journalism, and we see these journalistic memes and YouTube clips, and there's this black journalist from CP24 who said, "Go to this dispensary and you can buy $20 you get some loud." So I know that loud is high-end weed. Because then he's like, you can buy some loud. He's like, a quarter of weed.
He said loud by accident?
He said loud on live television. And then he corrected himself saying that he meant weed. So I know that I got that loud pack.
Yeah.
Got some killer weed.
Yes.
The bando, though, I don't know the bando. Steve?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Yeah, I got nothing.
I got that loud pack in the bando.
Yeah. Damn.
I got that loud pack in the bando. I got in the neighborhood. I don't know.
God damn CP24.
So was that the whole thing? Just I got really good weed.
Oh, I got really good weed, but bando is in the house, just in the crib.
Oh, so I got some really good weed on me at home.
Yeah, I got some really good, dank, strong ass weed in the house.
Nice. I got that weed. Get the money. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, that works.
Some weed in the house. Got some weed in the house.
Get that money, yo. Get the money.
Yeah.
All right, I'll stop. We'll go next.
All right, what do we got here? All right, so after we ball up, I got a cut, bro.
Okay, so Steve and I were talking about hot shots earlier, so I know where both of our brains are right here on this one.
Okay.
I don't really think it has anything to do with cocaine.
Well, let's see. Oh, I mean, not cocaine, but
after we ball up. So after we get all baller. So after we get all dressed up, I got a cut. We out. After we get all ball up, I got a cut. It means I'm gonna leave, or I'm on my way.
Okay, so you actually got half of it. Like I got a cut. Like that does mean I got to leave.
Oh,
but actually, ball up means smoke.
Oh, you said weed up. Oh.
We smoke, yeah.
Oh.
We smoke, and we smoke that loud.
Smoke that loud.
I got bounce. I got dip. I'm out, y'all.
Got a cut. But I got a cut makes sense though, because I think we used to say something similar, right? Like maybe.
Explain the cocaine situation though. What are you thinking about? An 8-ball? Cutting an 8-ball with?
Yeah, after we ball up. Well, I'm thinking hot shots. After we ball up, everyone brings their balls out, and then I got a cut.
Yeah.
I got a cut. I got my credit card ready. And we are not promoting or saying any of this is right. You shouldn't do that. We're talking about the 80s and the 90s.
Right.
Where that was just.
And the last weeks.
And it was.
Brian and I experimented. It was just for purely scientific.
Honestly, and I tell this to everybody, I tried cocaine one time for 3 months, and it was.
Are you sure it wasn't baking soda?
Oh no, I'm sure. A couple times it was, but we went back. No, that's let's move on to the next one.
All right, what do we got next? Damn, Gina. Look at this head top. Man's got a cool tat, yo.
Look at this head top. I'm thinking hair. But tat is a tattoo.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. That's right where I went with that head top, and then
head top. So look at this. Damn, look at this. this head top, like a hat. Man's got a cool tat. Still makes no sense to the tattoo though.
Yeah, I'm not making that connection either.
Damn, Gina, look at his head top. Look at this. Say it again, Jordan. It's all in the inflection.
Yeah, here we go. Damn, Gina, look at this head top. Man's got a cool tat though.
I got fucking nothing. I got nothing, man. I got
That's
nothing.
my Toronto accent.
You had to talk all shit, talk how good we were last week, Steve. Now we got nothing. I got nothing. What do you got? What is it?
So it translates to whoa, like damn Gina just means expressing like the element of being surprised, right? Like it's just damn Gina, like what the shit?
Oh, so Gina's just anybody.
Yeah, Gina ain't nobody specific. And then the rest is look at this stupid guy, his head top. Like just dumb person, like just somebody completely out of the element is what a head top is. And then you got the rest. He's got a cool tat though. Like
No. Oh, look at this idiot. Well, it's tattoo school though.
yeah.
We knew a lot of those guys. All right. And finally,
Yes, this man's always throwing bare shade like Nice fam, sorry. Nice it fam.
this man's always throwing bear shade. So I know shade, throwing
Yeah,
shade,
throwing
is-
shade.
but throwing bear shade,
Right.
like naked shade, means like a
Hold
raw.
on.
No, 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 no,
No,
no,
no,
no, we're gonna throw it off the air again. Oh no. There's you might
Freeze
be
it nipple.
Steve, you might be bare there, but there was no shade at all there.
Shade, no.
You're the opposite of shade. I had to put my
Cool
sunglasses on.
tat though.
Yeah, cool tattoo. Damn, Gina, look at this head top. That's got a little tat though. All right, this man's always throwing bear shade. Like nice it fam.
Yeah.
Okay, so this guy's always mouthing off. Like, cool it, bud. That's
Yeah,
what
we're family. We're family. Why you gotta say that?
Well, and I don't even think it's like when you say fam, I don't even think it really means we're family. It's just like, yo, man, like, what's up? Like, come on, fam. What's up,
Oh, I
fam?
cut it out.
Yeah, like nice it, fam. Like,
Yeah.
stop it.
Yeah, pretty cool. That's actually pretty close. So this man's always acts and speaks disrespectfully. That's just what bear shade means. You know, just fucking saying bitchy shit. And then nice it fam just means shut up already. Like just shut up, bro. Like fam is just basically like a
Yeah, somebody said a friend.
yeah, exactly. So yeah, you guys got it pretty close. Yep.
And by you guys, you mean Zeus. I get it.
I mean,
the hip one.
I'm not keeping track, but
But if you were, I'm totally winning. I'm just saying. Jordan, that's freaking awesome. Jordan James Show, the podcast that inspires creatives on the journey to discovering a path to success by pursuing their passions, which is going to be coming out soon. Just keep watching for it. We'll let you guys know.
Very
Here.
soon, yeah.
Trust us. We will let you know. Jordan, what's your favorite Eddie Murphy movie or Eddie Murphy role at least?
Yeah, that's a hard one. Honestly, like I didn't mind the Pluto Nash movie. Like I like that movie. I'm probably one of the 1% that enjoyed that movie. Not my favorite. Though, like,
I swear to God, I'm not laughing at you. I would never say
I hated that.
never say
Wow.
that.
I hear people talking shit about it. I'm like, what the hell's wrong with you, bro? Do you have eyes? Like, come on. My favorite, though, I would have to say is probably Norbit. Like, I love Norbit.
All right. Nice.
You know, like,
Yeah, I thought with your age for sure you would have went with Shrek.
I mean, Shrek I've watched a million times, like, but I would say Norbit, and even Haunted Mansion is probably a classic for me.
Yeah. This guy is always cussing. What's his problem? Are you talking about me or Jordan? We all cuss though, or Steve. We all drop it all.
Yeah, I thought we were allowed to swear on this show.
Oh, fucking right we are. Kat, how you doing, Kat? Kat says Beverly Hills Cop or Dr. Doolittle.
Oof, yeah, those are good ones too.
And Dr. Doolittle's been remade a bunch of times though, but yeah, I liked his version. I think best.
Yeah.
Steve. We'll get to that in a second. Ty says Eddie Murphy and Norbit, where he played 3 different characters as one of his faves. I also liked him when he voiced Donkey on Shrek.
Yeah.
It's hard to pick favorites though because he has so many good movies. Yeah, that's why we do top 5.
Right.
So you guys put as I just knock my screen everywhere.
Little shake.
Right. Star Trek. That's how they would do it though, right? It would work. So many good roles though that are on there. I don't know if you want to stick around for the rest of this or not. Totally up to you, brother. Luke Tuff says Trading Places.
Oh,
good pull there, sir. Good
yes.
pull. There might be some other people
maybe on somebody's list.
Maybe. Have you seen Trading Places, Jordan?
I haven't. I might have seen bits and parts of it, but I haven't watched the whole movie all the way through.
Yeah, it's a movie where Eddie Murphy's on the street. He's kind of a grifter. He's definitely a grifter. And he and Dan Aykroyd's this big Wall Street guy, and they trade places as a part of a bet put on by 2 bigger Wall Street guys.
And that's another connection to Coming to America.
Because they're in the original, are they not? At the very end of the movie. And they get their riches back at the very end.
And they refer to them in the new one, right?
Dude, I missed that. Call out.
Wait, Dan Aykroyd is in it?
No. Don Amici and oh my God, who was the other guy? 2 old school actors. They were classic actors of my grandparents' era. That when they did Trading Places, it was the end of their life. Basically, they were must have been close to their 70s or so.
Right.
But yeah, great movie. What do we see here? Trading Places. The skateboard scene is hilarious. Yeah, in Trading Places, as a grifter, you got to see it. The opening scene of that movie is just so insane and so good. But yeah, all right. So we put them out there, folks. You see it right there. What's your favorite Eddie Murphy movie? Throw them in the comments. We'll keep putting them up there. Steve and I are going to go through ours here. We'll see what Jordan knows out of our stuff. He tested us on our knowledge. Now we're going to test him on ours.
Oh, damn.
But yeah, and Steve and I are going to have a few crossovers here, but not too many, surprisingly. So, Steve, do you want to start off first? Do you want to start with the one we just talked about?
Sure, I'll start, and I'll go with what we just talked about, and that was Trading Places, one of my all-time favorite Eddie Murphy movies.
Yeah, great one. Dan Aykroyd, Don Amici, and somebody else.
Yeah,
but he played old white money though. What's that?
Jamie Lee Curtis.
Oh right.
Wow!
She was in that too. Yeah, old school, man. Great movie though. One of my faves, honestly. Didn't make my list though.
Next, this movie right here is, I think, responsible for just me. I've always been that guy, you know what I mean? I just constantly make cracking jokes and I'm very rarely serious, and I blame Eddie Murphy's Delirious.
100%.
I've seen that.
Yes, man. This movie is great. Eddie Murphy Delirious. I love them both. Do you know Eddie Murphy Raw is still the highest grossing stand-up movie of all time?
No doubt.
Wow.
Hilarious.
Yeah, it's insane. They're so good. I don't know that they stand up today, but there's some shit that he says in them that
and you definitely need to know a few old school references.
Yeah, oh yeah, you need to know about the honeymooners and shit like that. Yeah, of course. But such good movies, great stand-up. And he's what inspired Chappelle, Chris Rock, fuck man. Any black comedian, any of the bigs, all credit Eddie Murphy. And a lot of the white comedians do the same as well. He's just so good.
Even what's his name? Comedian there. I can't think of his name right now. Jim Jeffries. He said the reason he tells stories is because of Eddie Murphy.
Yeah, man. I watched that, and I just watched Eddie Murphy Raw recently because Jade did the review on it, and people always forget, and I always remind them how Samuel L. Jackson's in the opening sequence, and he plays young Eddie Murphy's uncle,
right?
Bud from the Cosby Show. Bud plays young Eddie Murphy, but you know what I didn't realize? his cousin that performs right before him is Ashley from The Fresh Prince. And I thought she would have been so much. I thought she would have been so much younger though, and I think she's the same age as Bud.
Ali.
Yeah, man, great voice. That woman has got a great voice. We didn't we met her, but just didn't saying hi. Her and Hillary both at the Hamilton Comic Con, and they laughed when I was taking my picture with the guy that was cosplaying as Fresh Prince, and his daughter was little Ashley, and I was like, "Oh, look, it's Uncle Phil and Will and Ashley." Just they happened to be walking by. It was good times, good times. Eddie says, "Daddy Daycare."
Yes,
I like that pick, sir. I like that pick a lot. Vampire in Brooklyn. I totally forgot about that fucking movie. Oh, so good. There's so many Eddie Murphy movies I forgot about. I just went off the top of my head instead of on Google, and I should have Googled, I think.
Right.
Anyways, go ahead, Steve. Sorry, buddy.
Next, the movie I reviewed tonight, the original Coming to America. He played so many great characters in that one, and my favorite one was the barber.
Yeah, I don't have a shot of that. I'm sorry, but I just have the new Coming to America stuff. But it was great. Great movie. Good list, man. Good list.
And then my last two are both from his Saturday Night Live days. My first one was a hilarious character he did where he was being interviewed by Joe Piscopo on a talk show claiming that he was the sixth Beatle, Clarence.
Oh, my God.
And they were part
of the band was the Clarences.
Look at him.
He was the saxophone player. He claimed to know many songs. He said that Help was originally titled Help Me Man.
Yeah.
Ticket to Ride was originally titled Bitch Got a Ticket to Ride and She Don't Care, Man.
Man. And that was always, they'd sing stuff and he'd always be in the background. Man.
And he said that there was an early recording where he played backwards. You could actually hear John and Paul plotting against him. Hey, let's kick out Clarence and steal all of his good ideas.
Oh, good idea, Paul. Let's do it right away.
Wow, that's a real conspiracy theory, too. Like, if you play the Beatles songs backwards, apparently you hear some messed up shit.
Oh, yeah, man. Go ahead.
My last character, again from SNL, my favorite all-time Eddie Murphy character, and that's Mr. Robinson from Mr. Robinson's Neighborhood.
And for those of you that don't know, that didn't have the chance.
Hello, boys and girls. We're all alone again today. You know why? My wife walked out on me. Isn't that nice? I'm so glad the bitch is gone. I take. Who could that be? Let's see. This is how you answer a door in my neighborhood. Who is it?
It's like a trap house.
Oh, it's so good. Yeah. And those skits were so bad, but they're so great. Good picks, man. Like, that's a good top 5. Ty definitely loves the Clarences. Yeah, some good ones there. So was that all yours there, Broda?
Yeah.
Broder. All right. Well, I'll start off same as you. My first one, I'll get it out of the way there. Just because Coming to America was a great movie. The second one was really good as well, and it's I think one of his most iconic roles, especially for those of us that grew up with Eddie Murphy and seeing him make that progression from Saturday Night Live to big movies. But that first big jump is the one that got me on the Eddie Murphy movie bandwagon. And this was a role that was originally supposed to go to Sylvester Stallone, and he had to back out for some reason.
What?
And then out of nowhere, someone suggested Eddie, and they're like, really? And they're like, yeah. And then we got Beverly Hills Cop, which ended up becoming this huge franchise success. They're talking about making a part 4 right now. Don't watch part 3. Save yourself. Don't watch it.
I love Dave's World.
Stop it.
I haven't seen part 3 or 2, actually.
Part 3, I don't think they even swear in part 3. I think that's when he started to become like the clean comic. Right? That was the one when they got the fake Disney World.
Right. Dave.
Dave's World, yeah. So, but yeah, Axel Foley, I can play that song, or at least I used to be able to play this song on fucking the saxophone. Miss Brown, shout out to Miss Brown's high school music class. That's right, alto sax right here, yo. Number 2 on my, number 3 on my list.
Oh yeah,
48 Hours and Another 48 Hours. Great roles. Him and Nick Nolte were great together. This is one that I'd be down with seeing them complete that trilogy. To see an old crotchety Nick Nolte as maybe the lieutenant now, or the old guy you got to take out of retirement to come save Captain. I forget what his name was in the.
That would actually be perfect. Him as like you said, the captain, and then he could give Eddie Murphy orders and say, "I have spoken."
I have spoken. Little Mandalorian there for everybody. And I forget who mentioned it earlier, but I'm right there with you. I love this movie, and this was a movie that I had for my kids that my son would watch all the time, and it was just one of those ones that I loved because us parents do get those ones that we love. And Daddy Daycare was just awesome. Yeah. Like, it was so much fun watching this movie. Eddie Murphy was great in this, and it was for me, it was his first non-Eddie Murphy role. And I mean, like, old Eddie Murphy. This was the first time where it was clean cut Eddie Murphy that I actually enjoyed, because I was never really a big fan of the Nutty Professor. Yeah, I wasn't a big fan of those movies and things like that. And I get everybody, like, if you're a kid at those times, you would have grown up and loved those movies. Just for me, it wasn't Eddie. It was a different something. I wasn't. It definitely wasn't the movie that was the number 1 movie on my list that Steve just mentioned. Harlem motherfucking Nights.
Richard Pryor?
Richard Pryor, Red Fox, another Arsenio Hall movie as well. Every big black entertainer you could think of. Della Reese. Oh, you done fucked up now, Eddie. You done shot my baby toe off. So
writing that down real quick. I need to see that. I can't believe I haven't seen that movie before.
Oh my god, it's honestly so good. I'm gonna try to find that actual scene so we can put it on here for you guys, because she fights Eddie Murphy in this movie. and I'm sorry, we may get kicked off for this, and I'm sorry, YouTube. We're gonna do our best to share it right from your thing here, so you don't have to hate on us for this. But let me just do this here. I gotta get rid of the other one though. Okay. This is producing 101.
Let's do that. Let's run to the bathroom real quick.
What's that?
Let's do that. Will I take a quick bathroom break?
Well, you can't do that if I'm sharing screen. You're seeing it all. But you can go to the bathroom if you need to. But here it is.
Vera, you know we tally up at 4 o'clock. What is your problem?
Kiss my ass, sugar. I've got to watch my girls until the last trick is gone, and I'm not about to ask no customer to roll over so I can punch some goddamn clock. Now, this is your place, but I am in charge of the girls. You can just kiss my ass. Oh, baby, please. Stop it, sugar. Stop doing. Don't do that. Stop that.
So, baby, how they doing now?
We made about 200.
200? Your girl's been back there all night. How they only make $200?
You kissed my ass quick. I don't never say nothing to you when the crap table and the bar come up short.
Because the bar and the crap table never come up short, just the girl. Uh-oh. Now, calm down, Vera.
Kiss my ass, sugar. I want to know what it is Quick is trying to say.
I ain't trying to say shit. You in charge of the girls, right?
I am in charge of the girls.
Are you in charge of the girls?
I am in charge of the girls.
Okay, the girls are always coming up short. All right, let's get the shit out in the open. The girls are always coming up short. Even when the place is packed, the girls come up short. Now, either you or them got a problem with their arithmetic.
Oh.
Are you saying I'm stealing?
The man didn't say you stealing, girl. Now come on over here and sit down and shut the fuck up.
You shut the fuck up, Benny. I would tell you to kiss my ass too, but you probably can't find it, you blind motherfucker.
Fuck you, bitch.
You got to step out back.
Hey, it was just a misunderstanding.
No, it ain't.
No.
Misunderstanding. Quick just accused me of stealing. And if you're going to take up for Quick in here, we could all be some fighting wasn't even sleeping. Bring your ass, nigga. Bring it up.
Bring it.
Bring your ass. Come on, get up. Come on.
Oh, she ready to go.
Jordan, like my mom's white, but that was my mom.
We can fight then. Fat motherfucker, I'm tired of your shit. I'm gonna beat the shit out of your ass. You, oh, Jesus. Go, no, sugar. No, let me go, sugar. Let me go. Something, no, hold me. No, hold me. You better watch it quick. You suck up with a heavyweight.
Commenting on how quick Jordan was in the bathroom. This is so good.
Come on. Come on.
That laugh.
You done insulted me, and I got to kick your ass right now. And afterwards, I don't want no hard feelings either. What the fuck is wrong with you? Ain't nothing wrong with me. What the fuck is wrong with you? You done accused me of stealing. The only thing I'm stealing out here today is your face.
Some serious acting happening here though with Della Reese. Like for real, how angry she looks.
Oof.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Let's get it on.
Oh, you want to fight? You want to fight? Well, then come on, goddammit. You been fucking me since I'm gonna beat the shit out of your old ass in this motherfucker. Yeah. Punch people in the eyes, right? You didn't think it was gonna be like that, right? And now I'm gonna blast your motherfucking face up.
Nigga, you hit like a bitch.
Oh, you're a little slower than you thought, ain't you? Yeah. I punch like a bitch, huh? Okay. I punch like a bitch. You'll say goodnight to this bitch right now.
You're gonna have to learn to respect me. And the next time you accuse me of stealing, I'm gonna kick your ass again.
That was Charlie Murphy right there.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
R.I.P.
Charlie's still. Oh no, he's not. Yeah.
You crazy bitch.
He was in Black Jesus. I love that show.
Oh, you wanna hear people?
You're right, Ty. This right here.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I ain't playing no more. You put that fucking razor away and blow your goddamn pinky toe off.
Oh, now you're gonna shoot me in my pinky toe.
Playing with you, I will blow that little black, gnarled, crusty, dead motherfucker the fuck off your foot. Now put the razor away.
You must be crazy to pull your gun on me.
You're gonna be the nine-toe having living this bitch in Harlem. You don't stop fucking with me. Now put the razor away.
Well, go ahead. Shoot, there it is. There it is. Shoot. Quick, go ahead. Get that shot.
This is me and Steve and the guys.
They're like, I don't know.
Charlie.
You didn't have to shoot that old lady in the foot, man. Sugar, she was trying to kill me.
She wasn't trying to kill you. She's just trying to scare you.
Wait, it doesn't show him shooting her foot?
No. They show her taking her out on a stretcher later, and she's like, she threatens him more on the stretcher. What a good movie. And I mean, I didn't mind playing that whole clip because it's near the end of the show anyways. If we're going to get booted off, that was the time for it. But that scene, I think that's maybe the best scene in that whole movie, honestly. Except for maybe the Arsenio scene. Well, even that Arsenio Hall scene isn't as good. When he's shooting, and they're all shooting their Tommy guns, and he's got the one guy with him that's just shooting the single shooter.
Right.
It's like, stop shooting it! Stop! Such a good movie. So good. So I'd like to say underrated, but it's not underrated. People, like the people who know it, everyone loves it that watches it. So,
like you said, such a great cast, man.
So many people: Red Fox, Charlie Murphy, Della Reese, Arsenio, Richard Pryor. Like, fuck, man, some greats, and a lot of them we've lost. So But that's time, you know. Father Time is undefeated, as they say. You know? I'll be the first one to beat it, which will make me really lonely when everybody else in the world is dead. No. If you're Highlander or you're an immortal, do you think that's something you'd worry about when civilization dies off and if you're still alive?
Y2K.
I can't die. What the hell, man? Guess I'll stay around for the next evolution.
Yeah.
What'll be next? But yeah, no. So that's it. What did you think of those movies there? Any you added to your list there, Jordan?
Yeah, actually, like Harlem Nights for sure. I got to check that out. But Daddy Daycare, I forgot about that one. Like that's a classic. I grew up watching that one as well.
Yeah, man, so dope. It was such a good movie. I really liked it, and I kind of hope though that we are going to see some more of the original type of Eddie Murphy at some point, like the old school Beverly Hills Cop. I liked. You remember he did Metro? I think not Metro.
Metro was a different movie.
That was the one with De Niro, right?
Yeah.
I didn't mind that one, but there was the other one he did with Owen Wilson. I Spy, I think it was called.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
I actually did not mind that one at all. I like Loki really liked it. So, and not just because of Famke Janssen either.
Sure,
she's a great actress. Jean Grey. Oh, Jean Grey. All right. Well, yeah, that's about it. You got anything else, Steve?
That's it, man.
Man, we finished a show on time. We like basically started on time and finishing on time. What the shit is going on with us? It's almost like we're almost professional like. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. It's so weird. It's not us. No. Jordan, thanks for joining in and hitting the end of this with us. What's up?
If you want to hear my review again, it's on Spotify, iTunes, and YouTube. It's not.
I was going to say, really? Like, what? How did that? Oh, hey, thanks, Ty. I appreciate it. Couple last things, though, folks. Again, get your phones ready if you're not watching on your phone, and get the camera ready. If you feel so kind, if you like the show and you like what you see, feel free to drop a little tippy tip in the tip jar.
Hook it up.
That's it, yo. That's it. And last thing, we got some breaking news here. This just came in. I wanted to upload it before we left. We did find that in the upcoming Falcon and the Winter Soldier, there will be a fourth villain.
Don't do it.
And it's the Land Shark.
Get out.
The Land Shark will be.
What is this?
I'm telling you, folks. You watch out, the greatest villain of all time is the Clan Shark.
Heck, it looks like the Pillsbury Doughboy gone wrong.
Right. This was a news story that Steve got for us a couple of weeks ago, and it will never die.
No.
The Clan Shark lives. Anyways, big shout out. Thank you again, Jordan James, for coming on, doing Okay Boomer. Keep your eye out for Jordan James show coming soon. We will let you know on here. Sure. Wellandwingnut, buddy. Always a blast. What do you got coming up? Anything special, buddy?
No. It's we're living in a COVID world, man.
Yeah. And we're for those of you that ask us about Puff Puff Podcast, we're trying to figure that out again. Just Facebook has got some strange regulations now about blocking us from posting videos when we smoke dope now. That's why you haven't seen us smoke joints on the last few shows, unless it's been on accident with Steve a couple times. But we will keep it up. It might just be something that goes on our Patreon page and that goes on to YouTube, because for some reason I'm allowed to smoke dope on YouTube and I can smoke it on Twitch. So you can follow us on Twitch.
Because B Real's show is on Facebook. B Real's Hotbox, and he interviews people in the car and they hotbox the car. So
I don't get it either. You know what it is? It's people aren't complaining. And somebody reported the last show that we did when we did the big weed giveaway, and ever since then I haven't been able to post live on my normal Zeus Fleming page, which I was supposed to be able to do. It said in March, and I still can't do at this time. As you mentioned, Rick Roll earlier. If you haven't seen it before, you should check out Rick Astley playing Never Gonna Give You Up live with the Foo Fighters. We actually have it. I got it right here.
Dude.
What? We love it. We love it. All right. All right, folks. For Jordan James, for the Wellandwingnut, I'm your boy Zeus. Catch me later on tonight, 10 o'clock p.m. with Jade Parks. We'll be here doing He Said, She Said. For Jordan, for the Wingnut, I'm your boy Zeus, and we are out of here. Peace!